Hello, girls. We're gonna start with a topic that you've been asking for, especially Erica. Shout out to Erica. So, this is going to be addition of fractions with different denominators, okay? It's a quick video. I'm going to try and do it as fast as possible. So we're going to start. I am going to write a fraction over here. I don't know if you like this mood. I prefer the black piece of paper, but I don't know. So let's make an example. I have 3 over 5 plus, I don't know, 2 over 7, right? In this case, the first thing that I want you to always remember is that the most important rule about adding fractions with different denominators is that you are not going to only add the denominators and the numerators. So my answer to this addition would never, ever in a lifetime be this, 5 over 12. That's nearly impossible. Why? Because the first thing we actually need to do is to go to the tables of each one of the denominators and find the least common multiple. Okay? So in this case, I'm going to go to the table of 5, and I know that I have 5. I know I have 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and it goes on and on and on and on. It's infinite, no? So then I'm going to change color so you don't get confused. I'm going to go to the table of the number 7, and I'm going to start with 7, 13, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, and it goes on and on and on and on, right? So now I think we have discovered which number is going to be our least common denominator. In this case, we can see that the 35 is in both tables as a multiple. So we're going to use the 35 as our least common denominator. What I usually do is I write the 35 now as a denominator, and then is when I start making the changes, right? So again, I'm going to change color just so you notice the differences and don't get too lost. I am going to think of a number that multiplied times 5 will give me 35. And in this case, the number is 7. So I'm going to multiply times 7 to get to 35. Now, when you're working with fractions, whenever a denominator changes, the numerator also needs to change. And the rule is that it will change the same. So if you multiply times 7, you also need to multiply times 7 on the top, right? So 3 times 7 is going to be 21. Now that I have that, I'm going to start with a 7. So what number multiplied times 7 will give me a denominator of 35? In this case, it's 5, right? So I'm going to multiply times 5. And then because I multiplied the denominator and we are working with a fraction or a mirror, like I like to call it, then you're going to multiply also the numerator times the same number. So in this case, it's going to be 2 times 5, and it's going to give me 10, right? Now that I have the fractions, equivalent fractions, that's how we call them, with the same denominator, I am able to do the addition. So in this case, it's going to be 31 over 35, and that will be my final answer. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope it wasn't that long. I love you and very, very, very proud of you for trying to learn and understand this topic.